We'll go peeps, first game of 2021. Alright, this should be interesting. I posted in the game that I was doing this for YouTube content. So hopefully we attracted an opponent here playing a very unique deck. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens here. Start off 2021 awesome, right? Set my other light up. Alright, now we should be able to see me a little bit better. Okay, let's see here. Tower. Expedition map. Opponents, your turn. Hopefully everyone here had an amazing 2021 ending. So, an amazing New Year's Eve. For me, I had an amazing New Year's Eve. Spent some time with some family. And now I'm here to get this first game and then see how it is. He only has one blue mana. I'm just going to go ahead and use this. Nice, he did not have a counter spell there. Let's get a power plant. Go ahead and pass through. Okay, what did I miss? Opponent playing the land and then nothing else? Like it. Alright. Fast priority here. Nice, he's probably gonna do something at the end of my turn. Let's go ahead and stop auto yielding right there. Let's see if he does nothing all the way through my turn. I said through my turn because it's his turn, but I can interrupt and do things. In this case, I'm absolutely going to interrupt. Let's go find mine. There, I think my opponent could have definitely used the tail's end. But it could have been used on my turn as well, so. Alright, now we have 8 mana on the board. Let's see. Guess we'll try to start off 2021 with a bang, right? Doubling season, let's go. Next turn I have a power to play as well, which is extra mana. Use the mana leak or something here. I have mana that I can tap right here. Transcend. Unless I pay 2. Lucky for me, I have 3. Do I want to pay the cost? Absolutely yes. So yeah, it's a good thing I didn't try to play Ugin the Ineffable here. I would have only had 2 mana, but granted his consent is for 2. He might have chosen a different spell. So, resolving, doubling season is how we started out 2021. I'm liking this year already, folks. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, the pass. Yes, I know I am wasting mana. Let's see who it is on my Discord that's, Okay, it's on this server. Let's go ahead and mute server until I turn it back on. Alright, let's see. Devastation. What the heck does Devastation do? And he can cast it for its miracle cost. He puts something back to my hand. Return all non-land permanents to their owner's hands. That's kind of cool. And he put it back into his hand again. So here now, I know he's playing counter spells. I'm just gonna, obviously let him keep playing a little bit of counter action going on here because I can't expect to have no spells counter to spells countered at all playing against an opponent who's playing counter spells. It's just unrealistic. Wow. I did not expect that to resolve. But since it did, let's go ahead and use Ugin the Ineffable here to get 2 tokens out and pass turn. See, let's take a look at my hand. This card was a 5 mana cost card. So next turn he can potentially use this card again to put everything back into my hand. Which is okay for me. There he returned the spirit to my hand, but then I got the card. I think he did not anticipate the fact that that card would still be put into my hand because he thought, oh, the card's only under the opposite creature. Let me put that one back to his hand. But nope, it actually applies to both creatures. Alright, let's see. My opponent does not do anything else. Let's pass priority to my turn. Let's see. Do we try to hit him with it, ladies and gentlemen? I think we do. That's 6, 8. Let's play Oath of Nissa first, though, just to see what I draw. I am kind of hoping for a tower here. Jace, Architect of Thought. So we start off 2021. This is 6, 8, 10 mana. So we can cast 2 Planeswalkers this turn. He knows I have Architect of Thought. Let me not, make this name more difficult than it has to be. Does it resolve? It resolves. That is so... Tail's End. He needs to do something here. I want to combo here, ladies and gentlemen, but it's difficult. Emrakul, I summon you. Let's look at his deck. A bunch of counter spells, mission briefing, repeal, search for a Steka, deprive, crush. Oh, that's a pretty cool card. I don't really care. Oh, let me hit. Let me go ahead and cast the Serum Visions. Why not? Okay, let's cast Emrakul first. Okay. No, I forgot I can't auto yield yet because I have to cast both spells with Jace. I have to cast both spells at the same time. Otherwise, the spell goes away because it's an ability resolving. So, that being said, casted both spells there. Now I get to go Scry 2. I don't want that. And let's put it on bottom. Let's put this on bottom. My opponent should already know that I've won. Let's see if they still try to stop me from comboing. I hope they don't. Alright, come on, game. Accept. Oh, color mana. Accept it. Yes. That was very hard fought, ladies and gentlemen. Does he counter it? He shouldn't. It doesn't matter. You've already lost the game. Just give in to the combo, my guy. Just give in to the combo. Just get stuck in the combo oblivion, man. Nice. Granted, yes, I know I'm giving him away all the stuff that's in my deck, but who cares? We want to try to end this game with a Nicol Bolas Dragon God, so you know what? We're gonna try to make it happen. And here the Harbinger. I guess I'll take it. Alright, let's go. Ugin the Spirit Dragon. Get our opponent even more stuck into combo oblivion here. Gain 7 life, draw 7 cards with 7 permanents in play. Oh, he decided to get out of the combo oblivion, people. Well, that's how the very first game of 2021 went. Let's see about the second game, though. Hang on. I have to work like a 14, 15, well, I'll say 14, maybe 15. Hopefully not 15-hour shift tomorrow. If not, I definitely would have hopped on stream. You know, I got together, saw some family members, just hung out for, you know, New Year's Day. And that was amazing. Hopefully y'all got to spend time with your families as well. After all, 2020 was definitely a trying year. Now we're in the year 2021. Things are looking up. Cure for COVID-19 is out there. I wanted to say potentially out there because, you know, the virus is always changing and all that stuff. Hard to say what's going to be 100% effective, but hey, in this case of COVID-19, even if it's only 50% effective, it is absolutely a win. Alright, so last hand I drew against my opponent was just absolutely amazing. This hand that I drew against my opponent is also absolutely amazing, so let's have Tron do some Tron stuff here. I think my opponent definitely did not like getting stuck in combo Vivian, so I might have to play this game a little bit more seriously. Maybe. Their deck did not seem to have a lot of great options of cards to play. But who knows, it could have just been me. Then again, I've never played... Let's see. The next sorcery card you cast this turn can be cast as though it has flash. But it says this turn. So he just did it literally to draw a card. Then he played a land. Let's see, let's go ahead and sacrifice this for green. Alright, let's go ahead and... Oh, shoot. That's the first error I made there of 2021, people. I forgot to play a land. Now let's go ahead and cast this to go find the mine. I feel like my opponent's kind of allowing me to do whatever I want. And then, you know, bounce all the stuff back to my hand or whatever. But, unlucky for them, I'm running Tron. I have crazy amounts of mana. Who's this guy? Who shelters all? That's an awesome sounding land, and I guess I made my second mistake of 2021. Accidentally skipped my turn there. Now I have to discard a card. Fugan is easy to discard. Well, let's see if me skipping a turn enables my opponent to catch up. Now they have 4 mana on the battlefield. Alright, let's see what they do. Alright, let's go ahead and put this out finally. Alright, let's go ahead and cast Time Great Creator here. I'm expecting my opponent to have a counter spell, but I think if he plays a Consent for 3, I can still pay 3. So he needs like a remand or something. Or this. Turn land you control to its owner's hand. Okay. That's cool. I'm really not concerned in this matchup because my opponent's not doing a lot of things here, so I don't feel pressured to, you know, run and try to make something happen. Let's not skip another turn here. Let's put a tower out. That puts me at 8. 10 mana. Well, my opponent can consent for 4 here, so... And I would not have the mana, so let's just pass turn. After all, it's not like I'm feeling the pressure over here or anything. So, yeah. What is this card? Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal an instant or sorcery card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest at the bottom of your library in a random order. Okay. Which card did he choose? Serum Visions. Okay, Mystical Sanctuary goes to hand and deprives. Mystical Sanctuary goes to the battlefield. Deprive goes back to his hand. So I think he's trying to do a Deprive Mystic Sanctuary combo where he literally just bounces Deprive back to his hand over and over and over again and keep countering spells. So the big advantage for me is that I have a lot of mana, so I need to find a way to take advantage of that. Main things I can think about is if I play 2 spells in 1 turn, you can only counter 1 of them. Okay, let's put that out. Let's just keep going. I think here for him to have to use Deprive, he has to counter his own spell. Because he wants Mystic Sanctuary to go back to his hands. And for us, we're just chilling. We're just stacking up mana. Worst case scenario, we don't get anything for a while. Best case scenario, we get Emrakul. Or we get Kyron. Another Mystic Sanctuary comes to the battlefield. I think this is kind of the combo here. 2 Mystic Sanctuaries means that he can always deprive and just continuously do that. So it seems like it's kind of a locked deck. At the same time, I haven't seen the win condition yet. Send some sorcery cards from among them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. So maybe he's gonna try to deprive. I'm just here chilling, waiting though. I'm saying we don't feel any pressure here. Feel like I'm in a good position. No need to rush. Let my opponent do what they're trying to do. We can just chill. I think once he has 2 deprives in hand, that'll slow me down a lot. Okay, he made something. Oh, this makes the spell uncounterable. Just an instant or sorcery. I was about to say this land is busted and I need 4 copies of it in all of my decks. There he goes, bringing back spell to hand. Consent. Okay. You can consent for 1, my guy. I also know you got the prime, so search target opponent's library for a creature card and put that card onto the battlefield under your control. Then that player shuffles their library. That's an okay ability. Let's see. The downside here is at 6, 8. I don't have enough to cast both Karn and Emrakul. So Just going with card it is. No matter how much he consents for, it's not gonna work, but he has Deprive in hand. So if he casts his Deprive, he wins the game. Yep, Deprive. I'm gonna have to sacrifice 6 permanents. This is 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll have nothing. GG, my guy. Next game. Alright, begin sideboarding, and sideboarding complete. I think in a real game, I might just take all 15 cards of my deck out. I mean, take all 15 cards of my sideboard, shuffle them in, and then take all 15 back out. That way my opponent is debating if I actually sideboard or not. That way I just keep on their toes, you know what I mean? After all, you don't want your opponent knowing exactly what you're doing because that's giving them an advantage that you don't need to give them. My phone is dying. Let me go plug it in real quick. Okay, we back. We back. My opponent's deck. It's playing basically an instant or sorcery. Cast it, look in my deck for a creature played. Or put it onto the battlefield under his control. Cool ability. Love it. Love to see new combos around here, you know what I mean? After all, this combo is, unlike many others, extremely unique. But I have not seen a combo like my opponent's before, so I am quite impressed with it. The only thing that I could think about is it might be a little slow. And I think it can only mainly work in decks where your opponent has a massive creature with a huge payoff. Because like in like versus a mid-range deck, like Black Red Shadow or something, you might seriously have a problem because you don't play a lot of creatures that ultimately end the game just because they're out on attack. So what would end up happening there is they would like steal a Death Shadow or something, and even if it's at 13, the opponent plays Fatal Pushes. So the opponent has answers already built in. Alright, let's go to my turn. I'm just gonna go ahead and fetch here because, like we've seen, my opponent has no interaction with my lands, and he could be playing, what's the name of that card? Tail's End. And I don't want to risk a Tail's End here. So next turn my opponent is probably definitely going to keep mana open. That way he can counter spells that I play next turn. So how I win here now is to just play a barrage of spells. The main one I want to resolve though is Doubling Season. Because getting Doubling Season to resolve means that I can go ahead and Ultimate Planeswalker here pretty soon. Since Doubling Season resolved, not Doubling Season, my Chromatic Sphere resolved. I think I'm gonna go cast Karn here. See if he resolves or not. Spell Pierce pays 2. Okay, I could pay 2. Is it a Spell Pierce again? Yeah, Maybe that was a better choice than doubling season. To be determined. Yes, I want to go look for a card. A planar bridge. My opponent's playing counter spells. Let's play around counter spells. Who knows? Gotta use the bum on mana there. Alright, let's go, opponent. Your go. One counter spells out my opponent's hand. I want planar bridge because it just completely ignores counter spells and just puts things directly onto the battlefield. The only thing my opponent could do to stop it is what's the name? Is if they use Tail's End to counter the ability. Yes, the card I'm going to go search for is Liquid Metal Coating. The reason why this card, because I can literally play it and start blowing up my opponent's land, so they have no choice but to counter it. So unless they keep playing a land every single turn, they'll never have 3 lands. And let's stop this on their upkeep. Let's go ahead and play a forest. That's 6 mana right there. I guess I'll have him go ahead and counter the bridge here. If he's got him. When, you know, people mission briefing, surveil 2 choose an instant or sorcery in your graveyard, you may cast it this turn. That's the spell will be put to your graveyard, exile it instead. Okay. So opponent definitely had a counter spell there. That's cool. Next turn, he only has 2 lands on the battlefield. And then the turn after that, no, I do not want to pay the mana cost. Alright, let's go ahead and start turning off lands here. And that land is now an artifact. Tapped all 3 mana. What is he planning on doing here? Hey, either way, they're tapped out. That's good for us, you know what I mean? Because they're tapped out, it means that we could do whatever we want. See, now they're having second thoughts. Never mind. Bouncing back at... Okay, what they bounce? They use the repeal. Bounce Liquid Metal Coating back to my hand. It says... What's mana cost? X. Okay. So that's why they chose repeal and not Great Creator. But this means next turn I can blow up some lands, peoples. Things are looking up. You know what I mean? We getting around control deck. Start of 2021. Kinda hope though that I don't play control decks all throughout 2021. But we'll see. That will all depend on what the new Magic the Gathering set looks like. But with the sets that come out, it's there's always some broken interaction that gets put into the game. This time around, we're just waiting to see what it is. Let's see. And let's see if we can lose the opponent here in Combo Oblivion before we go ahead and, you know, try to take this too seriously. My opponent has no counter spell, so unless they have Force of Negation, which I'm not going to have enough mana. I'm going to have 8, but I still do want Resurrect here. Cascading on bottom first, and Sphere. Liquid Metal Coating. Do you play? Nope, no force. Let's destroy these lands. My opponent now probably realize, oh shoot, I'm in a terrible situation. Let's see, I have 5 mana. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Let's put Razorek out here. I know the order is definitely not the order I typically go in. Normally, you know, I want doubling season first, then Ral. But at the same time, I could play Ral, play a forest, untap a tower. Actually, tap target permanent. Can I choose something that's already tapped? So I guess I can choose something that's already tapped. Nice, very nice. I play Dublin season. So now next turn we are ready to lose my opponent in Combo Oblivion. So we'll see what happens. Also, my opponent only has 3 mana against our another turn. About to be 4 maybe? Search for Azteca. And they play their 4th land, which is one of those multi-utility lands. Alright, let's go ahead and blow up this land that they have untapped. Alright, once it got made into an artifact, it was no longer able to be tapped. Let's see what we get off the top here. I'm just hoping for any Planeswalker at this point, like any Planeswalker. A Blast Zone, not what I want. Let's get a Congrade Creator out here. The reason why Congrade Creator is I can now go ahead and get Golos out here. Yes, I want to use the ability. Let's get Golos. I only have 2 mana here, 3, 4. Let's tap target permanent, untap target permanent. Let's go ahead and, yeah, let's cancel this first. Let's do 3. That's 5. Let's go ahead and play this. Yes, let's go ahead and look for a Cascading Cataracts. I think we might be looking at Golos here for the win for the first game of 2021. But we shall see. Let's go ahead and play an Expedition map because I have mana left open. Alright, opponent. I guess I still have not played a land yet, so we'll get last one out here with 2 counters. Last turn. Opponent starts out the turn with 3 mana. No, they're never going to go up from having 3 mana available. Not until the game is over. Ooh, look at that. Never mind. I stand corrected. Let's see. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. You may put it into your graveyard. Then if you have 7 or more cards in your graveyard, you may transform search to Azteca. It says you may. And they did choose to transform search to Azteca. Alright, Golos. Show me your stuff. See what you got for us. Started 2021. Go and tap through to get 5 mana in there. 1 of each color. Maybe I should add the mana first and then activate the ability so I don't have to do twice the clicking. Look at these. We get Emrakul off of Golos. Nice, very nice. I think my opponent's probably gonna just give up now. I obviously let them know that this video, was going to be put on YouTube. So, that being the case, okay, so yeah, got my first game in for 2021. Pretty cool opponent here. They also had a very unique deck idea. The library was a surprise. I'm asking my opponent just why they don't play Stimulant Spirit Guides, things to make casting the bribery faster. Like, imagine on turn 2, your opponent exiles like 3 Simian Spirit Guides and casts bribery, and then goes and gets your Emrakul, and you're just sitting there like, what? Because you got an Emrakul swinging at the next turn. I was just letting them know I like the bribery concept. It's pretty amazing. Rising Tide. Let's see. I am not too familiar with Rising Tide, so I'm gonna look it up. Rising Tide, Magic the Gathering. Okay, this is Rising Tide here. You have no maximum mana side. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, draw a card. Discard 3 cards, exile its return to the battlefield tap under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. I try to counter and bounce everything until I can hit you with 20 zombies out of nowhere with a quicken and I like it a lot, man. That's a very maybe that was not Rising Tide that I had there. There's High Tide. Okay, yeah, let me go look for Rising Tide. Should be a sorcery. Let's see. That's pretty awesome opponent. They have left the game. Rising Tide deck. Magic the Gathering. Enchantments, artifacts, High Tide. Research, Tidal Wave, Gush. I can't say I see a card named Rising Tide. Alright, well, I found High Tide. Until end of turn, all islands produce an additional blue mana when tapped for mana. I found High Tide, but no Rising Tide. Let's see. Rising Tides. Okay, it's Rising Tides. Maybe I need to put Rising Tides, not Rising Tide. Let's see, Rising Tides. Right from the tides. Put black zombie creature token onto the battlefield tapped for each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard. So, this is the card my opponent was talking about. Okay, that should be good right there. That is the card my opponent was talking about. Rise of the Tides. So yeah, the fact that you can make black zombie creature tokens, very unique concept and idea. This is playing with the ball. Let's go ahead and run that way. You can go free now. Okay, yeah, so Rising of the Tide, Rise from the Tides, was what my opponent was playing their deck around, and it's pretty cool. I like it. First unique deck of 2021. First game of 2021. Off to a great start. Alright, I'm looking forward to the rest of the year. I'm also looking forward to some new Planeswalkers, peoples. I know the new set's about to be released, the core set of 2021. I think it should absolutely be amazing. So, look forward to some interesting games, and I'll catch you on the next video. Later, peeps.